She's an award-winning writer, a hunting guide, archery and rifle instructor, keynote speaker, and all-around outdoors woman who encourages you to get outside, hunt, fish, shoot, and savor all that life has to offer. And now, here's your host, Mia Anstein.
Well, hello. I hope you've been having a great week. I'm happy to be chatting with you again. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about turkey hunting and why you may want to get out there and partake. And I'm going to talk about shooting positions. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
This winter, stay warm from head to toe with WSI Sports' heater gear layers. Use Leah's affiliate code, LLCO10, at WSISports.com and get 10% off your order. All products are proudly made in the USA. WSI Sports is bringing back pride in American-made clothing. That code once again, LLCO10 for 10% off at WSISports.com.
All right, let's talk about turkey hunting, why you need to hunt turkeys. So I tell you what, there's an excitement in the air as friends, clients, and guides prepare for turkey hunting season. Actually, some of my friends are already out there turkey hunting and have been successful. We look forward to the morning chill, sometimes with a bit of frost, fog, and dew. And heck, some places even have snow on the ground still. Here in Colorado, where I live, on the north spaces, there definitely is snow. But we prepare our gear, we purchase layers, we have hats, gloves, and devices to keep us warm. And some people may think that this is just pure insanity to go out in these conditions. But turkey hunters are a die-hard kind of breed, and one which you may want to be a part of. When we prepare to head out into the wilderness and pursue big old goblin toms, we do it for several reasons. If you ask any hunter, they'll all have a different number one on their list. But here today, I want to give you several reasons that hopefully will give you the inspiration to get outdoors and try to track down a bearded redhead. Chasing bearded redheads? Now, isn't that something that is reason enough? Come on now. Okay, guys, I know that you may not be interested yet, but hopefully by the end of this part of the segment, we can get you inspired. Reason number one to get out and hunt turkeys is because it is proven that getting outside is good for your health. So go get healthy. Doctors, they prescribe outdoor time to their patients. And while some take their health for granted or can't take the word of their physicians as good advice, here are some other reasons to go turkey hunting. Reason number two, go get some exercise. I know, getting fit, it refers back to the health issue and number one, but the majority of the population lists getting rid of that spare tire as their top New Year's resolution goal each year. Getting outside to add a few steps to your pedometer is as simple as stepping out into the great outdoors and looking for turkey tracks. So heck, you don't even have to go shoot a turkey. Just go try to see if you can find one. Next, number three, see if you can connect with nature. That's reason number three to get outdoors, is to connect with nature. Can you imagine that there is such a thing as nature deficit disorder? Indeed, there is, and you need to avoid it. Dr. Richard Louv states that a lack of time in the outdoors is linked directly to several disturbing mental and physical health issues. Yep, that's that H word again. Everything leads back to reason number one. While adults spend a lot of time worrying about their kids spending too much time being plugged into their devices, we too need to look in the mirror. We need to remember our primal instincts and get outside. We need to hear birds sing. We need to hear the wind blow and the leaves rustle and hens cluck and toms gobble. And oh my gosh, I'm going back to turkey hunting because it's so exciting. All of that, it will open a healthy wild child, not just inside of kids, but inside of you as well. Number 4, Seize the challenge. Don't be afraid of the great outdoors. Seize the challenge and find a way to get out there. The task of figuring out where you're going to go and how you're going to get there is only part of your mission, should you choose to accept it. Once you've made up your mind, you'll have fun being an outdoor super sleuth who is learning to locate turkey habitat. Yep, you need to figure out where the big birds live, how they hide, and what will entice them so that you can get a view and ultimately a shot. Number 5, everyone knows that the ultimate satisfaction is succeeding. So number 5 is attaining gratification. Hitting that special number on the scale, getting a high mark on a report card, making it through a traffic light before it turns red, or putting a smackdown on a thunder chicken, all of those will bring happiness. You're going to spend days, maybe weeks, maybe months learning where turkeys live. You'll have to figure out their routine, and you need to find the one that has a beard, because that's the tom. You need to entice him into shooting range, and sometimes you may just happen to wiggle at the wrong moment and he's going to skitter away, leaving you heartbroken. Other times, you'll be surrounded by his girlfriends and offspring, and it is a thrill and a success to be only a few feet from his family. When you learn to talk turkey and they actually come to your calls, that is success. When the birds get close to you and they don't even know that you're there, that's success. When you watch the toms from across the field and you're hoping they're coming your way, you're calling them and you're watching them frolic and torment one another like Three Stooges, that is success. So before you ever even pull the trigger, the rewards are vast, and yes, they are very gratifying. Reason number 6 to go turkey hunting is to put healthy meals on the table. Of course, the ultimate gratification is pulling the trigger and then having turkey dinner. Once you have scouted, planned, practiced, maybe had some failed attempts, and then you make a great shot, you are going to be proud to put a hormone-free turkey dinner on your table. And that leads me to reason number 7 to go turkey hunting. And that, my friends, is to connect with your family and friends. Your family doesn't just have to come together for dinner time. You don't just have to meet your friends for dinner. You can involve them in the pursuit. Even if you have youngsters, if they're not old enough to hold a hunting license yet, they can hold binoculars, they can hold a camera. And hey, here's something. They're close to the ground, so of course they're closer to locating tracks. They're also closer to locating scat and turkey feathers, so they can help you scout and find where the turkeys live. Guys, your wife, she just might have that magic touch on a pot call. And if you don't know what a pot call is, send me a direct message on social media or email me. My email address is contact@miaanstein.com, and I'll talk to you about this. But if she has that magic touch on the call, that might be the one thing that brings that big redhead in to you. So include your family, include your friends. Maybe you have friends who already turkey hunt and they can tag along and mentor you. But what I wanted to tell you is hunting families are healthy families who share many stories around a campfire or a dinner table. This is also a great place to just share bonding moments with your friends. So get out there and start figuring out how you can hunt a turkey.
For the love of the outdoors, open spaces, and mountains, shop www.mia.limited/1. The Mac Outdoors Mountains Are Calling series of apparel is perfect for you or your loved ones. Support the channel and shop now. www.mia.limited/1.
I hope that you are excited and inspired and hopefully want to get outside and at least search for a turkey. But next, I want to talk to you about shooting positions. This is something that you're going to need to learn for turkey hunting. But the position that I'm going to talk to you about is one that isn't the most common for turkey hunting. Generally, you're in a seated position, but there is one that a friend called to my attention and had questions about. They saw a picture of somebody who wasn't doing this position correctly, And it's something that I actually learned the correct prone shooting position from my friend and Olympic biathlete Lanny Barnes. She actually did a presentation for us at a women's shooting event and showed us the proper prone shooting position, and I'll tell you why. So when you go prone, that's when you're laying on your belly and you have your firearm shouldered. You can use your elbows for a rest, or you can use a backpack, a rock, a shooting bag to support your rifle if you would like. I'm just going to talk today about supporting it with your arms. So when you're holding your gun, you've got your strong hand, your trigger hand, obviously on the stock near the trigger, and then your other hand's going to be on the fore end for support. Your elbows are firmly on the ground, and then your belly is flat on the ground. Your legs are the important part of this position. Once you've got your legs out, you do not want them together behind you because you have no stability. Your body can rock and roll. So when you're in the prone position, you want to spread your legs wide, and then your toes are actually going to be pointed out in opposing directions. So if you can get your heels as close to the ground as possible so that the entire inner portion, the arch portion of your foot should be as close as possible to the ground. That is how you get the most stable. If you don't feel comfortable sprawled out and splay-legged like that, if you feel uncomfortable that way, then you can cock one of your knees in, and that will still give you that triangle of support on the lower half of your body so that the body's not going to want to attempt to rock or roll. So that is the prone shooting position. If you have questions on that, email me, contact@miaanstein.com, or message me on social media outlets, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have about that today. It has been a pleasure to visit with you today. I look forward to chatting with you again in a future episode. I do hope that if you enjoyed today's podcast that you will head over to iTunes and give me a review. I do appreciate that feedback. And I do hope that if you enjoyed the show, you will subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, hey, give me a shout out on social media or share my podcast with your friends. Have a great one. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Hey, this is Lloyd Bailey, the Armed Lutheran, host of the Armed Lutheran Radio podcast, reminding you that the podcast you're listening to is a proud member of the Self-Defense Radio Network. Check out all the great content at selfdefenseradio.net.